The IQI Academy's first unit introduces all 4 areas of Dr. Deming's System of Profound Knowledge. Included in this introduction is an in-depth look at Dr. Deming's 14 Points for Management, which is also the first of many assignments in which co-workers are asked for their observations and evaluations. Participants are often confronted with the realization that this is not your typical class, even though our learning methods are based upon well-researched learning principles. Mind mapping is used as a means to develop a deeper relationship to the theory of knowledge. 2 daily quotes from thinkers known and little known are provided to support a deeper understanding of the theory of knowledge. Although participants read and discuss Dr. Deming's book, The New Economics, before starting the course, exercises and activities are used to provide additional experiences of working with the areas of profound knowledge that, in addition to the theory of knowledge, include understanding variation, psychology, and appreciation for a system. Participants are asked to design their own approach to learning cycles before being taught the Plan, Do, Study, Act cycle. They work out what questions should be addressed in planning a test aimed at improvement, running the test, evaluating and studying the results, and then choosing what should happen next. The 3 basic questions: what are we trying to accomplish? How will we know that a change is an improvement? And what moves can we make that will produce improvement? Along with the PDSA cycle, create a foundation for learning and improvement that is used throughout the Academy. Participants now combine the 3 basic questions and the PDSA cycle with the mantra, to improve something, you must move something, to begin their learning journey. We learn that customers, not management, control the organization's future. Participants learn and practice new perspectives that make it possible to better understand and better serve all of their customers. We learn about and explore the 6 gaps of every organization's voice of the customer system. The gaps exist even if the organization fails to recognize their own VOC system. The innovative theory of the customer's job to be done is learned and explored. 2 methods of performing customer stratification are used by participants as the launching pad for developing their first customer persona. Sources of voice of the customer exist throughout every organization, often unnoticed or unidentified. We explore sources of the customer's voice that is present in events, products and services, and organizational roles. Each person's chain of customers is identified along with each of those customers' job to be done. We do better work when we understand each downstream customer's job. The value of operational definitions is learned, and the difficulty of creating good operational definitions is experienced in the animal crackers exercise. People work in pairs to identify 3 ways to close each of the 6 voice of the customer system gaps that exist in their organization. A system is a network of interdependent components that work together to accomplish the aim of the system. Pre-work for Unit 3, Appreciation for a System, provides participants with a new perspective on their organization. They see themselves no longer in a box on an organization chart, but as contributors in many of the functions that occur throughout their organization's interdependent flows of people, work, and processes. We spend 2 full sessions exploring the definition of a system, its meaning, and how to make it work, and how to destroy it. Production viewed as a system, we learn, is not manufacturing viewed as a system. Everybody's engaged in an activity that produces something, service, information, or product. The Egg Me On exercise gives us an appreciation for the power of synthesis as a means to redesign what we do and how we do it. Through a virtual version of the foam ball exercise, we see that standard management practice destroys a system by focusing on the performance of individual parts and not upon the key interactions that produce the characteristics and qualities of our system. Structure determines behavior, and when outcomes are not what we desire, We are well served to look to those things that repeatedly and persistently influence our interactions. Cooperation within an organization is like cultural adhesive. Internal competition is like a jackhammer demolishing organizational effectiveness. Appreciation for a system provides us with a better set of questions for us to be asking. We cannot be good, effective process managers until we understand variation. The M&M exercise with real M&Ms begins our introduction to understanding variation. We learn that variation is life. Life is variation. Variation can be costly. Variation exists in everything we experience and do. We learn that most of our data collection and display methods are suitable for evaluation purposes, but they do not serve us well when we want to improve our processes and systems. A primary role of an improvement study leader should be to ensure that data being collected will support the aim and will answer the right questions. Every Academy participant learns how to make and interpret control charts. They also create a control chart using data from their workplace and during their teach-to-learn conversations explain what that chart means. We learn how to identify special causes of variation and to distinguish a stable system from an unstable system. Participants learn how to avoid the costly mistakes of treating common cause sources of variation as if they were special causes and vice versa. Participants learn the sequence to follow when attempting to reduce variation and improve results in their process. There are many measurement issues that impact our ability to correctly interpret our data. Academy participants learn how to design a measurement process to avoid a few of the most problematic. Participants conclude this unit by identifying the 3 top jobs management should be doing in relation to understanding variation. The territory covered in psychology is vast. To orient ourselves, we look at the boundaries, landmarks, and warning signs that we find relating to psychology. A significant portion of our attention is on how management's understanding of psychology and the other areas of the system of profound knowledge impacts people in the organization. Feedback and appraisal processes are often the most visible of the structures that are built on top of management assumptions about people and performance. Via the red beads experiment, participants learn that individual performance cannot be separated from that of the system. Motivation is an interaction of collaboration, choice, and challenge. We learn that fear in the organization can be reduced by providing more choice and more control. Participants learn that management plays a key part in enabling joy in work and engagement when management ensures that daily progress in meaningful work is occurring. Participants integrate their understanding of psychology and the rest of the system of profound knowledge through their design of a feedback and appraisal process, which begins with their existing process and ends with their idealized design. Transformation begins with the individual, and as Academy participants learn, individual transformation requires knowing how we perceive and think about the worlds we experience. It is only when we attempt to express ourselves by teaching others that we begin to understand the limits of what we know and our ability to share that knowledge. To produce improvement, as we have learned during the Academy, we must change something by moving something. However, not all changes produce improvement. After an in-depth review of their 50 or more teach-to-learn conversations that each participant held during the IQI Academy, they see how their knowledge about themselves, others, and their relationships have been altered. Networks of transformational conversations have sprouted around each Academy participant, creating ripples of conversations, the impacts of which are truly unknown and unknowable. When leaders interpret some behaviors as resistance to change, what they may be really seeing are people going through stages of grief due to loss, or the actions of someone who truly is lost in the new world they are facing. Every participant realizes a different level of transformation as a result of their academy experiences. Some are relatively unchanged by their own work and efforts. Others see their experiences as truly transformational. Whatever the level of transformation participants experience, they also learn that they get to choose their level of commitment to causing transformation in their lives and in the lives of their organization. Thank you.